all over the world. So it's, like, you know, it's not like you could say, oh, the Russian levels were good, oh, the Homeland levels were good. I mean, they all were good, and I've been playing a lot. I'm not prestiging. I didn't decide prestige, but level 70, got all my stuff, and that's what I've been talking about. So it's time to get some real topics. So we're going to go down to our main event. So it's going to be our best release for this year, the biggest disappointment, and what we're looking forward to in the second half. Alright, you guys, our best release this year at the 6-month halfway mark. But by the way, it is the 6-month anniversary of OFG, sort of. It's like our second 6-month anniversary. I don't know.
Just weird. Have a birthday cake.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have a birthday cake.
There will be cake.
How about a pizza roll?
No pizza rolls.
So anyway, we're going to talk about our best release so far this year and all of our opinions. We're going to go... I'm going to start... I'm going to say Super Mario Galaxy 2. This game actually like completely kind of just rocks the world on the Wii because why does it the one line I have for it when I see that game, it's like, why does it have to be so hard? Like, you look at the Wii and it's like, oh yeah, we got all these gimmicky games, we got games that try too hard and they're impossible to play, like Red Steel 1, and then there's just like that sweet spot pocket of like 7 games that just nailed it, you know? And then like Mario Galaxy is head of that list, and it's just like so fluid, motion control makes complete sense. It's the most intuitive controls I've ever used, not overbearing, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, you use the motion control to pick up extra, gems, and then it works. It works, and it's like, there's no platformers that can really incorporate that, and it's sad because it just seems so effortless. Like, why does it have to be so hard on the Wii? Like, it really shouldn't be.
Yeah, I think Mario Galaxy, like, it's just such a fantastic game, and it's just like, it's just one of those games you play, and it's just fun for the sake of being fun. Like, you don't have to be drawn in by, like, a big immense story or like any of the huge action things that a lot of deeper mature games are going for. Like, you just play it and you're instantly having fun, and there's so many great mechanics in that game that it's like they'll throw one thing in one level and it'll be like you can base an entire game around it. That's how good it is. And then they'll just throw in something new in the next level and it'll just blow your mind every time. And I think, like, Nintendo gets a lot of shit because they, are starting to appeal to a more casual audience and everything. But when they actually man up and make, like, a game like Mario Galaxy, like, they really deliver, and it's really fantastic.
Yeah, it's just disappointing that third-party developers can't get their mind around any of this, which is kind of really upsetting. But,
well, I mean, third party can. I mean, I think the shame is when Nintendo themselves don't, because that's happened plenty of times. Yeah. Like, I mean, third party, you got Monster Hunter Tri. Okay. That's, I mean, like, they can do it, and they can do it better in some circumstances. But honestly, I feel like, Zelda and Mario Galaxy are the ones that really have motion control nailed. Yeah. Other than that, like, I feel like a lot of Wii games are going for the gimmicky, like, let's overdo the motion control.
And like sometimes, like some of the most successful games on the Wii, people use the controllers for, like Smash Brothers, or they might as well be using the controller. Like even New Super Mario Brothers, at times it's kind of like where you're just side scrolling, and then like, okay, you got the propeller cap, jump with it,
really
shake
don't
the
have
thing.
To do any motion controls for that.
There's very little, and you could use a classic controller outside of the propeller cap.
It's like the PS3 6-axis controller when you have it with like layer.
Oh, well, first of all, never bring up layer ever.
That was a really good game. That was one of the first games I got when I got the PS3. It was very fun.
A dragon failure.
Hey, I had fun turning my dragon around over and over and over again.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to keep going around. Let's go around backwards this time. Scalbar, what can you consider the best release in the first 6 months of 2010?
Well, obviously for me, I gotta say Final Fantasy again.
13.
It just blew me away.
It's too good.
Yes, it is. It is too good. You can't consider any other game before it.
It's oh my god.
Obviously, this is B North's choice as well.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. That's what I'm gonna say. But
I just love this game.
I
still have yet to beat it, and it's it's
so
still
fantastic. Like they just do it's so streamlined, and like it's just you feel like a badass when you're like in the middle of fights, and it's very intense. It's very fun, and I just like I said, I'm in the middle of like the 4th time going through it. So I mean,
yeah,
it's a lot of fun, and it definitely keeps you going.
Yeah, I have yet to be bored of it. I have not been bored at all.
All right. Well, that wraps up Final Fantasy now, doesn't it?
That was much quicker than.
Well, we had a whole episode on Final Fantasy before. So.
Yeah. All right. So, Ranix, what do you think is the best release for 6 months?
My favorite game that I've been playing this year is Battlefield Bad Company 2.
And is that the Overlord's choice as well?
Yep.
Like, it just blew me away how different it was from the first one. Like the first one was fun and all, but there was too much comedic value in the actual game that it kind of got really boring this time. But I kind of like the mature fighting, like running gun style, yet at the same time realistic bits. And when I was playing in Battlefield 2, Bad Company 2 with Chief and Overlord, I remember this one time when I would walk up to Chief and I'd be like, hold on, I will revive you. Every time he kept dying.
Yeah, you were like impersonating like the medic class. And like I remember one time specifically, like there was this part where there were these snipers and they seemed to like taking me out, but like you'd always revive me, but I'd only get revived for about 5 seconds and then get sniped again. So I think I went like negative like 17 that match or something, but I think I leveled up or something.
Yeah. So I mean that kind of took the realism out where you could revive people over and over and over again. But overall it's like a lot more mature style shooter, and it's very compelling, honestly. Like it was a very big surprise for me because I wasn't actually going to get it right away. I wasn't thinking about buying it, and then I was like, all right, I kind of like this game. Let me give it a shot, and it's my best game so far.
Yeah, we talked about that a lot on the show.
Yeah.
So the demo on
building on
What Ranix said.
What Ranix said. Thank you.
He's getting used to the names.
Yeah.
Continue.
I like how DICE mixed the realism and arcade style aspects in this sequel to Bad Company. I really like this new hardcore mode they have. I only recently tried it out, and I think I like it a lot more really than the normal mode. Sometimes I might still play normal with my friends because it's more fun. Dies easily, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like if you played Bad Company 1 and Bad Company 2 and compared them, you feel like you have a much better chance of surviving. We're in a couple minutes, like running around, because in Bad Company 1, lots of stuff was really unbalanced, I think.
Yeah, it was. It was too annoying what it was in Bad Company 1 because it was just crazy all the time.
Yeah, I think when you look at Bad Company 2, I mean, you always have the two juggernauts, Halo and Call of Duty, that have just been dominating the console shooter market for so long. And then finally, I wouldn't say it's quite there yet, but this is the closest thing I think we've seen thus far that's actually almost, joined that elite group of games that are just constantly being played online.
Well, you have Halo, which is known for its single player and multiplayer, but it's
being a good game.
yeah. But it's known for a good game, but I know it for its single player, and I know Call of Duty for its multiplayer. And I honestly, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinions about what I'm hearing on the internet, that Battlefield, like DICE's multiplayer, is just kicking Call of Duty's multiplayer out of the first. Well,
I think part of the thing, and when we looked at this earlier when we did our Call of Duty versus Battlefield discussion, I think it's part of the thing is like with Battlefield, there's this new fan base that almost feels the right, like they have a need to dethrone Call of Duty. Call of Duty doesn't have to prove anything because it's already a dominating force with like 4 million sold on the first day, but. Yeah, I mean, either way, they're both very different games, and they're both fantastic games.
Well, yeah, I definitely, in my time with Battlefield and struggling with controllers, because I didn't have a PC build available at the time, I had a lot of fun with it, and it was different, but it still holds its own as a shooter. The one thing I would say to improve it would have to have a lot better teamwork, microphone support stuff. I guess you got to be in a party or a clan to get a lot of that, but that's probably to do with the audience as well. But I never really have that unless I'm online with Twist or something like that. So there's really got to be some way to get some better, because that just amps it up. I think if a game could really, like Battlefield especially, just like capitalize in that area,